Business Brain, episode 719 for Casual FridAI, January 16th, Book Publishers Day, 2026. I know. Greetings, folks, and welcome to Business Brain, the show where we take some ideas, we dissect them, we use them to tune our business brains so that we can each keep on living those charmed lives that we so value. Our sponsors, speaking of charmed lives, include QuickBooks.com/payroll. You can leave the chaos behind, start off the year right, use the same payroll that I do. And also TempoMeals.com/brain, where you get 60% off your first box of these perfectly portioned meals. They're ready in just 2 minutes. You got to check this out. We'll talk more about both of those in a little bit. For now, here in Durham, New Hampshire, I'm Dave Hamilton.
And out here in Northern California, I'm Shannon Jean. Happy FridAI.
Happy FridAI. And what an AI it was at CES, Shannon. Everything had AI in it, right?
Of course. Right.
Of course. But, you know, if you look back, things have had AI in them, especially at CES, for years and years. We just used to call it machine learning or pattern matching or all that stuff, right?
And for those that don't know, CES is a consumer electronics show. It's in Las Vegas,
used to be,
right? Oh, now what do they call it now? It's just
CES. That's right. Yeah, because that's clearer than consumer electronics show.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I guess. Vague. Sure. Yeah, let's be more vague.
You remember when there was two? There used to be Comdex.
Comdex.
And the consumer electronics show. Now they, kind of just converged, right?
Yeah, I think the CTA bought Comdex. I think that was Steve Wynn's show. But anyway, yeah.
Cool. So how was the show? You were out there. Tell us. I love this. I've been looking at all the robots. I watched the videos. I love that stuff. What stood out to you?
So there were a ton of robots. Yep. There were, cool, fine, and I love that. Like, there's nothing quite ready for prime time yet, but that's fine. There's a lot of health tech now. Health tech, of course, has been available for years and years and years, and it's been a category for a long time. It's to a point now where there's really some interesting things happening, like the fact that blood glucose monitors, the continuous glucose monitors, are now available basically over the counter. You don't need a prescription, which I love, because if you want that data about your body, not that you need it for diabetes or whatever, but just knowing more, that which is monitored is managed, right? And so having the ability for, $50 to have your glucose monitored for 2 weeks by putting one of these things on. I'm literally wearing one right now.
Oh, that's cool.
I am fortunate that I don't need to be wearing one, which I love. But I also love, it's been fascinating learning about how
you eat, what happens after you eat, what happens
after you sleep, and if you eat, if you eat just carbs or protein plus carbs, it's really fascinating. And when you see it in yourself, it's just really interesting. So the health, and then there's glucose monitors that are coming that are going to, later this year, that are going to do it off your breath. A guy realized, he said, your dog can do this. A service dog.
Diabetes dog, right?
Diabetes dog can know if your blood sugar is high or low. It's well, how is it doing that? Smell. Great.
That's awesome.
Can we make a device that does this? Turns out the answer, yes. There's a couple of companies coming out with those, right? Cool. So that kind of those kinds of things interest me, because it's tech that can really improve our lives. The AI that I found that improves our lives, I found 3 things. So the first is called Eloquens, and there's links for all of these in the show notes at businessbrain.show. Eloquens. And what it is an AI that will respond to your emails, even in your voice. It's trained on your outbox. And you can have it just do it automatically, but you can also have it do it in draft mode so that you can learn to trust it, obviously, right? But it's you can go sign up for you get a 2-week trial. Okay. And even during the 2-week trial, they'll give you an onboarding session. I haven't used it yet. I just got back. It's 60. After that, it's $65 a month, and that's for one user. And then you can scale it up for different teams.
Massive productivity tool if you have tons of emails.
Especially if your emails are, it almost is treating these and these are my words, not theirs, almost as treating your emails kind of like a help desk would, right? Where because help desk engines like Freshdesk and those kinds of things are using this kind of thing to auto respond, right? It's trained on your knowledge base for your company, and then it will answer things that it can answer. And if it can't answer it, it'll flag it for you, right? So that you go to answer it. And that's what this is doing, but it's built for your person, well, for a person's email, generally for business email, but not support. Yeah.
It's interesting to see those, like, when we first started using those help desk and stuff responders, it was all like template based.
Yeah.
But now the AI is so much more sophisticated, right? Where it's like, oh, I need to find this answer for this person, and I'm going to, give it here. So that's cool.
Yep. Yeah. So I love that. Yeah. That's And then the next one, it's called ionCity. And the idea is it's your AI agent calendar. So, right. So, and you can download it on the App Store. It's an app for Google or Apple. And the whole idea is, let's say you and I want to schedule lunch together, Shannon, right? Okay. So we say, and it's at ioncityapp.com. We're going to schedule lunch next week, but we don't know what day. We don't know where we're going to go. We have no way of capturing and tracking that. Like, I could put a reminder on my calendar that says, remind me to schedule lunch with Shannon next week, right? But but this will capture that. So it'll know, okay, there's going to be, and then it'll come up and say, hey, are you and Shannon still going to do lunch? Here's the days that are available for you. Why don't you propose Tuesday with Shannon? And here's a good place for you to meet that's going to be, equidistant from you.
Cool.
Right. And right now it's individual. Like, if you used ionCity and I use ionCity, the two are not related. But down the road, the two could be related and could schedule that lunch by knowing what's going on in both of our calendars. So it's all of this. And you can, and if we decide, hey, we're going to have lunch on Tuesday at 1 p.m., then you just say, hey, I add an appointment for Tuesday at 1 p.m. I'm going to have lunch with Shannon. And it just like handles the rest. And it'll ask you for the missing thing. So it's just an interesting use of an AI agent, which I really like.
Part I like was like, oh, hey, I need to change this. And it'll manage everything in the back end. Alert the other person. It's like, hey, I need to push this back a half hour. Does that work? Yes or no? So, that's super cool. I love it.
And then the last one, it's called BEE, which is it's a wearable.
Okay.
But it's also an app. You don't need the wearable. You can have just the app running all the time on your phone. And it's kind of like the limitless thing that you've been talking about, where it's just listening all the time. It learns. They say we turn your moments into meanings, right? So it takes your conversations, turns them into tasks, and summarizes stuff, and gives you takeaways and daily memories, and it'll create your to-do list and all that stuff.
Interesting. That's cool. It looks like they just got bought by Amazon, huh?
Yes, they are. They are part of Amazon now. Yeah, exactly.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah,
I like it. How do you say order now? What is it?
$50.
Oh, that's inexpensive. And then the monthly, I imagine.
I don't know if there's a monthly fee. It doesn't.
Conversion templates, integrations and actions, voice notes.
Yeah, I don't.
Pioneer new order shipping to available $50.
Yeah, $50, and you get the thing. But you can use the and it's got 7 days of battery life. It's like a wrist wearable.
I'm buying one. I'm buying one right now.
All right, great. There you go. Sweet.
There you go. It's order on the way.
Amazing. There you go.
Yeah, let's try it out. I'll report back. That looks cool.
Cool. I'm going to try this one out too. Yeah, it's cool.
I like testing all this stuff out.
Yeah.
So there we go.
It's fat, but it's good stuff. Like, there were a lot of these things. There are so many smart rings that we're showing off.
That's another one that looks pretty cool too. The Aura and these other stuff.
The Aura ring. I mean, the Aura ring is to track your health. Like, all of them kind of have that. Well, most of them have that, but a lot of them now are doing this AI of integration where they're just listening all the time. And what's cool is you can just tap the ring to mark a moment. Like, hey, this is important.
Oh, that's sweet.
I don't want to do anything with it now, but remind me about this later. We've got something to do, and it'll know.
My wife would love it if I wore something like that.
You know who's doing it is Pebble. Remember the first smartwatch?
Didn't they have a e-ink screen?
On the watch.
Pebble? On the watch.
Yes,
yeah.
on the watch. It was the first. We call it a smartwatch. Really, it was a notifications watch.
Yeah.
They have a new version of the watch out, which is color now, and it looks to be built a little bit better, but still basically the same thing. But the Ring is that's the next thing. So I'll put links to all these in the show notes. Cool. Yeah, it's fascinating stuff. So
Dude,
I like
time to be alive.
It really is. I don't disagree. Yeah. All right. We have more AI stuff to talk about. And I want to talk about our sponsors next. And, I spend a lot of time thinking about efficiency in business, and even recently have realized that food is part of that equation too, right? Because when you're running hard all day, decision fatigue at dinner time, it's real. And that's why our sponsor Tempo immediately caught my attention. Tempo delivers fresh, chef-crafted, dietitian-approved meals that are ready in about 2 minutes. I've been browsing the menu, and I am eager to try out the Italian sausage penne al limone, right? And the chimichurri grilled chicken, because those sound like actual restaurant meals, not business fuel, right? They rotate around 20 new recipes every week with options like protein-packed, calorie conscious, and even GLP-1 balanced meals. It's designed for people who want to eat well without spending time shopping, cooking, or negotiating with a stove. That's how you protect your energy and build a charmed life. And right now, for a limited time, Tempo is offering you, our listeners, 60% off your first box. Go to tempomeals.com/brain. That's tempomeals.com/brain for 60% off your first box. Tempomeals.com/brain. Rules and restrictions may apply. Go check it out. Keep on living that charmed life and eating that charmed life too. And our thanks to Tempo for sponsoring this episode. And, running a business should feel energizing, not like herding caffeinated squirrels through a spreadsheet jungle. And that's why our sponsor today is Intuit QuickBooks Payroll. We use Intuit QuickBooks Payroll here at Backbeat Media, and it's a game changer, right? Payroll, time tracking, and accounting all living in one place means fewer tabs open, fewer mistakes, and way fewer, wait, did we already run this moments? It just works. I mentioned last time that I went in to do bonuses, right? And I don't do the payroll processing. That's Lisa's job. And so it's been probably a year or 6 months since I was in there. As soon as I got in, it was like, oh, right, this all makes sense. It's just so seamless. And it integrates with our books perfectly. The automation handles the heavy lifting, which gives me back real time every week to focus on growth instead of cleanup, right? And having a clear, up-to-date financial picture, well, that makes decisions faster and way less stressful. So if you're ready to leave the chaos behind and build your business with clarity, start the new year off right with QuickBooks Payroll. Learn more by going to quickbooks.com/payroll. Yes, that's the right link, quickbooks.com/payroll. Please go check it out. I think you're going to love it. And our thanks to Intuit QuickBooks Payroll for sponsoring this episode. All right, Shannon. Yeah.
Quick word about the Pebble Ring there. It's single use.
Yes, it's got about 2 years of battery, and then you're done.
That's pretty wild, though. That's interesting. Yeah. I'm going to do the pre-order on that too right now.
Okay, yeah, $75 for the Pebble AI Ring.
Not bad.
Yeah.
Hey, I want to talk about opportunities. I've been thinking a lot. We talk about AI over and over and over again. I talk to a lot of small business owners, and one thing I find, small business owners and entrepreneurs, they seem very open to AI and like, okay, how do I do it? But
generally speaking,
more than I talk to, I call them civilians, which are
muggles, exactly.
W-2 people, which is great. They're wonderful. We need them to work for us. And
they need us too. Like we're different kinds of people. Like there's no judgment here. There's just distinction. Yes,
yeah, exactly.
That's it.
No judgment, just distinction. I like that. I got to remember that one. But what I find is that most of them don't know how to implement it.
Most entrepreneurs, you mean?
Yeah. Some of them listen to the show and it's a great idea. I'm going to try this. And they're using this service and doing that and kind of doing basic stuff with maybe ChatGPT and everything. And it hit me that I think there's just a huge opportunity for entrepreneurs to help other business owners implement AI into their organization, whether it's
for sure
into their team, into their web flow, into their workflows, whether it's process things, operations things, marketing things, communication. I mean, there's so many ways that this stuff can help your business, but having a cohesive strategy and maybe more important, a cohesive way to implement them, I think it's just a huge opportunity. And if you're looking for something to do, if you're an entrepreneur, like, man, what's the next business thing? I heard it. I heard Mark Cuban talking about it, where he was just like, man, this is it. This is the next thing. Where we used to have internet consultants getting businesses online, and
we had search engine consultants, like people that you could pay to engineer search queries.
Yeah, exactly. And so I started asking around, and of course, because I've talked to so many people, and one of my buddies actually started a community to bring people together that he wanted to learn. And this is not a commercial for them. I just mentioned it.
Sure.
It's interesting that I think there's a big demand out there. If you're in the service space, if you're consulting, or if you're like in the web space or whatever, ads, marketing, getting in on the ground floor or maybe on the second floor, we've been doing this for a while, of helping businesses implement AI. I think it's just a huge opportunity. Do you agree?
I do. I think this is one of those things where credibility is going to be your friend, because just hanging your shingle and saying, I am an AI consultant, comes with a lot of snake oil, right? There are a lot of people out there that are right. And I don't mean to say that the folks who wind up selling snake oil even know that they're selling snake oil. There's just some people out there that don't have the skills with AI to sell them to other people, and yet they do, right? Correct. And they might not even know it. They think, oh, I'm great with AI. Well, maybe, but
like a heck of a GPTer.
Yeah, exactly. Right. Yeah. So I think if you've got a name for yourself, doing something related, tech-ish consulting, business consulting, whatever, if you've made a little bit of a name for yourself, or a big bit of a name for yourself, what a great thing to add to your portfolio right now, because that credibility is going to help separate you from the pack of people who have skills and don't have skills, right? But you've got something to lose, right? If you've got credibility.
Like
so,
and if you're just getting started, I think a great way to build that credibility is to have maybe a few small tools that you can give away that you're not monetizing. You're going, and I also think you should target a niche. Like you should be the roofer AI person, or the plumber AI person, or the whatever. I think that can be very helpful, is to niche down and help build that credibility where you can look, I'm focusing just on this space. Here's some tools that we can implement for you at no charge, so you can see the opportunity.
Yeah, I like that. I like the idea of creating tools and the idea of being, the AI plumbing business expert. That's great.
The specialist. You're
the
authority.
Specialist.
You're the authority. Yeah. I don't like the word expert, but I like the word.
I like
authority.
That. Authority.
I've studied this. I've worked with this number of people. It's easier for you to be a generalist, just to talk about AI. You'd be like, hey, I work with these plumbers, and do the first ones for free. Just go out
for sure.
Man, can I
get referrals, get reviews?
Look for testimonials. Let me help you. I've been studying these things. If tell me about your problems, I could probably help you with some way, and then build those testimonials. Then when you move down the road to the next, HVAC, plumber, landscaper, concrete, whoever, you've got that in your back pocket. Like, I've already helped these companies do this.
Yes,
I'd love to talk with you, and then that really will help you build your credibility.
Yeah, work for testimonials and referrals. That's a great way to build up that credibility.
Yeah,
I love it.
It's good. It's cool.
Yep.
If you want to learn, this is just good friend of mine, playmakersai.com. He's starting a community for people to get together and talk and help each other build build that kind of credibility and learn whether they're, how to sell this kind of opportunity. But yeah, it's pretty interesting.
I like it. That's cool.
It's kind of cool. It's kind of neat.
Yeah. I mean, and this is yet another business, right? Like in the same vein, it's like, here you go. You want to be an AI consultant to other AI consultants, or right? Like it's all right there.
Yeah, building a peer group that you can learn with is super. I mean, I just can't stress enough. We did a whole show. Well, I think it was just a couple weeks ago. We talked about 2026, and of course, I'm hot on communities because I've got over 2,500 people in mine, and I see how it accelerates everyone, so much. Just from you and I, Dave, talking. We do business therapy before the show starts every week. Every week. We always talking about, man, I'm having this. I got this opportunity. I have this problem, and just having people to talk about that. You're not siloed.
And you're not the only one going through whatever it is you're going through. Successes and failures, by the way. Like successes and challenges. I mean, the failures present opportunity. It's fine. But,
that's right. Yeah. If you enjoy this show, if you like listening to us talk back and forth, just think if you had 5 to 10 of other people that you were in a group with that you could talk to every week.
Maybe we need to start a business brain community, Shannon.
I think that's a great idea, dude.
I do too.
I would love it. I would.
Same.
Love it. Yeah. Let's put that on our list.
All right.
A lot of good stuff coming this year.
Yeah, let us know what you think about that, folks. Feedback at businessbrain.show. Because I think there's something there. Yeah.
It'd be a great way to connect with our listeners. It would be a great way to share resources. We have tons of resources up on the site.
Yeah.
That, we could kind of bring things together, and we could have a show up there, do some meetups. It would be fun.
I agree.
Yep.
Yeah. Why not?
Another experiment.
Let's experiment with it. Let's do it. Okay.
Awesome.
Great. Thanks for hanging out, folks. Feedback at businessbrain.show. Let us know what you think about our idea of a Business Brain community. And make sure to review the show, too. businessbrain.show/review. Thanks for hanging out. Have a great weekend. We will see you next week.
See ya.